Welcome back to Killer Core Loaded, and we back with another video. So, I meant to record this earlier, but I got distracted. How my last crib had a lot of paranormal activity in it. Yeah, that type of thing. I meant to record this earlier and shit, but yeah, we just gonna tap in this motherfucker. So, the last crib I was living in, I'm gonna just say this, and I'm gonna say it's sweet and simple, but the energies, going. A lot of energy is brewing in that motherfucker. I ain't gonna hold y'all. It was just a lot, bro. Like a lot. Like you would have thought like I was in The Conjuring. Like shit. Like that shit was weird as fuck. So literally, like I'm gonna tell y'all, it's not a story time, but it's like I'm gonna tell y'all like my experiences. So the first one, I really my mom. We were upstairs at the time because at the time, like I lived in this two-story townhouse or whatever. So it was at the time like the lights, like they were like flickering and shit. So they were just flickering for no fucking reason. It was the hall light, like the bulb just got changed, like literally like not too long ago. Like the people came and fixed that type shit. So the thing is, like it just started flicking, and I was in my room. Mind you, like there was a 3-bedroom. It's like the rooms were literally like aligned like this. It was like my sister's room, my mom's room, and my room. So my mom was in the room, mind you, at the time, like she was really going through her health issues. I was going through mine at the same time. But the thing is like my mom, she has a bad knee, a really bad knee. It's like her knees are fucked up. So me, I was in my room and I was like having pains like with my back. I don't know, I'm very spiritually gifted when it comes to energies and stuff like that. So my mom was in her room, lifted up her knee, and it was hurting her to the point it was hurting. At the same time, y'all, I kid y'all the fuck not. I always had lower back issues. I've been having back pain since 2016. Like since I was fucking 18 basically. And let me tell you, at the same time, like her knee was hurting, I went back in my room and my back was hurting. Like it felt like somebody like punched me in my shit, bro. And I was like, Ma, like, what the fuck? Like, what is going on? And at the same time, the lights were flickering. And then, boom, like, you heard pans, like, going crazy downstairs. Like, I always heard the pans in the kitchen, but I would think somebody would be in the kitchen, but it was nobody in the kitchen at the time. And I was the only person in that house really by myself. That shit happened. And it was a lot. And so my mom, like, she said her prayer, whatever. And then the things were still going. So at the time, it was just a lot of shit going on, like I said. And fast forward to another time, it was a day where I went downstairs to get something to eat late at night, or like to get a drink late at night. So I went downstairs and a relative of mine was getting ready to leave, and as soon as they closed the door, y'all, I shit y'all not, the papers look like somebody just whooshed it off the box. My people's dog would see the most horrific shit and just run. Like, I really do feel like there was a spiritual dog in that house that she would be playing with. But again, nobody wanted to acknowledge that. Like, again, like I was paranoid. I was crazy. And that happened. It was a time where my mom was like saging and saying a prayer, and the dog ran because she seen it. She just flew downstairs like somebody was like attacking her. The dog just ran, like you can tell. And the thing is like when I was in that house, bro, I'm getting chills up my back. Like, ooh, that shit feels so fucking weird. It's like when I was in that house, bro, I would wake up, and sometimes my sister would wake up too, and she would see like shadows and shit, like watching her, and I will feel the same thing, like watching me. in that house. That fruit fly did not come around until I started talking about this. Like shit y'all not. Um yeah, if you know, you know. But that was the gag, like it was the gag. Like I shit y'all not. Like there would be stuff like just standing around and y'all heard of like the mimic energies. It's like I shit you not, yo. One time when I was there, it's like I thought my sister was still in the house, and I swore I seen her, but that girl, my sister, was in the fucking car. She was in the fucking car, bro. And then it's like things would just randomly fall and things would just happen. Just the nightmares I would have, like the night terrors were night terroring, and the motherfucking like the dreams I had, they were very intense. And then it's like I would hallucinate. Sometimes like I would be dreaming, but I would be dreaming like I was still in the fucking house. Like that house has so much crazy ass energy, bro. Like when I mean the energy was deep, the energy was fucking deep. I'm like, bro, like I could be, and I remember because of how my kitchen was at the time, how my house was at the time, like the kitchen, it was like kind of long. Like it was like, I don't know how to explain it, but it was like a wall, of course, separating the kitchen and the living room. And I kid you not, bro. When I would be cooking, I will always see peep like a shadow peeping around the corner looking at me. And my sister would say the same thing. It's like my sister did not like being in that house by herself. I didn't either, especially at night. At night was when shit really got active, of course. Like if you know, you know, like shit will get real active in that house. So I would see like a shadow. And that's how I knew like whatever in that house, it was evil. Because I felt it. And it didn't make me feel at ease. It's like my mom, like she's like, she was more spiritually in tune than what I was. So it's like she would say the energy's not bad, but I would tell her, I'm like, Mom, this energy that's in this house, like this shit is not, like this shit is just not right. Like I seen a shadow go in, not the room she was in, but the other room, and I seen a shadow like walk in there, and then I would see it like walk out, if that makes sense. At night, sometimes during the day, like I know when things will get had feel the darkness. You could just feel the darkness like in that crib because of like how bad it was. It's like, yo, that paranormal activity shit is so real. Like I remember like my sister would sometimes say like she would hear us calling her, but it was nobody calling her. Like nobody called her. And that's the thing, like that shit happened for a solid minute. Like when I knew I was the only one in the house, I felt like somebody else was in there. When it was just me and the dog at the time, like the dog would just do what the dog did. Like the dog was just doing the dog shit. And it's like me, I would just be chilling. And then it's like I would hear things and the dog would hear things. And then the thing is, it would be some weird ass moments where the dog would just stare at something like she looking at something. And then she would just go away like nothing happened. And then me and my sister would look at each other like, did you see that? And then she said, Then me and her would go right in our own rooms and just shut the door. I would get on TikTok and YouTube and tunnel that shit out because I didn't want to think about that shit, bro. The time where we were saging a lot because it was a lot going on. And it's like, you know how, you know, I don't know how y'all feel about sage or whatever, but they say like if you sage, like, and the thing is, I noticed in that house, if I were to want to stage, I would feel so good for like a good 2 days. And then the next day, it's like I will feel like the way I did before, like I didn't sage. So when it was sage, it's like the storm was calm. And then it's like all this other shit. So it's like if you sage, like you got to open the door, you got to open the windows to let whatever in, out type shit. So that's basically what the first paranormal thing that I really witnessed was I was in somebody's house and there was a pan that literally flew and hit my sister. Like But I mean, that shit is just crazy. And then there's this girl that says, what's the most paranormal thing that you ever felt? I have a lot of stories for that, but I'm just saying, like, at that last crib I was in, it was a lot. And the thing is, it's like, sometimes it will feel like somebody's breathing behind me over the stairs, and then we had like a light in the hallway, so it was weird how they fucking did that. I don't fucking know. That apartment complex was burnt out anyway. My mom, you could tell, like, she could feel like it. She had mixed feelings about it, but me, for some reason, I always felt the negative ones. And I can stand on that, like, to this day. Like, I always felt the negative ones. And then they would tell me I'm overthinking. Until something happened, bro, they believe me. And I can't stand that, bro. As soon as I be telling people stuff, they be thinking I'm crazy until shit actually do be aligning with what I be saying. Because deep down, I do feel like whatever was in that crib when I was moving, I deep down do feel like it was still in there up until we moved. Because when I was like moving, like clearing it out, like cleaning it out, so, you know, my mom could get her direct security deposit back. And I felt it in there, but it wasn't really as strong, but I still could feel everything in there. So it's like, when I moved into the place I'm in now, I got rid of a lot because I really did felt like whatever was in there was like holding on to like some of the stuff we got. And it was just a lot. Like, it was so much fucking shit, bro, that was in that house. Like, a few times, I kid y'all not, bro, I would be cut, like, using a knife in the kitchen, and randomly, like, the knife just looks like it's like about to hit me, like it's about to fall. Like, it could be found on the counter, then all of a sudden it's like a gust of air be trying to like move it and shit. And it was like one of the sharp ass knives too. Like, I remember what knife it was. I think it was this it was one of these knives. No, it wasn't. It was this knife I was using because I was cutting up vegetables and shit. That's what the knife it was. And it was a different one too. It was either this one, trigger warning, YouTube, don't take this down. It's a prop. It's a prop. It was this knife because I just started getting into like cooking really when I was living there. Cooking. It's like if I was like cooking with grease or something, bro, you know how grease pops up and it pops you? That shit will pop me. Like, when the stuff is boiling, like if it's low, it will start like going fast and shit. I'm like, bro, like what the fuck is going on? I'm like, Mom, like what is going on? Like, it was a moment where it felt like I was losing my fucking mind, bro. Like, I was losing my mind. Like, I was having night terrors. When I mean I was having night terrors, like I always had night terrors since I was a kid, but it's like when all that shit was going on there, and then it was like towards the end, like when I was like moving away, it's like it went away. But I'm gonna hurry up and wrap this up. But the thing is, everybody in that house, when they would be in their bed, they will feel something sitting on their fucking bed. I know because I felt that shit. And then a few times, me and my sister and I think my mom, they said like we would wake up and it feel like somebody's grabbing our feet. Rebuke all that. Rebuke all that. But I do got some other story times on a lot of stuff. But yeah, let me know if y'all want some more and I can give y'all some more story times. I got story times for days, like days. I got story time. So that's basically it. That's all I wanted to say. They could feel stuff on their beds, but I'm pretty sure like I'm gonna end up coming up with more at some point. And I feel like one day when, you know, I feel like I'm strong enough to talk about like other paranormal stuff, it's crazy. I deep down do feel like it was some demon activity in that house. Yeah, like, comment, share, subscribe, all of that good shit. Through like the crazy story times, bro, y'all would think like, yo, this bitch is crazy. Ain't nothing wrong with being on the edge a little bit, you feel me? But yeah, alright. Bye. Go ahead, tap into it. You ain't doing nothing with your bald headed ass. Go ahead and follow me on all my socials. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Yeah, I don't know when I'm posting the podcast because you bitches know I like to procrastinate. But until then, enjoy what you get. Alright, gang, thanks for supporting me.